Let's jump right to the heart of the matter, because these are the drawings that you claim that you did.
That's correct.
And are these the drawings that you agreed to do, sir?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So these are the drawings of the bedroom closet and the laundry cabinet. Now, Mr. Mendoza, you've also provided us some photographs of the cabinets.
Yes, I did.
And you only provided the plaintiff with one photograph,
yes,
but you provided us with several.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go through and look at the photographs you provided us. This is the first one.
Yep.
This is the second one, and these are Exhibit A, the defendant's Exhibit A. So these are 4 photographs of basically 5 different parts of cabinets.
Yes.
All right, let's start with this one. Which cabinet on the drawings was this?
That's for the closet.
Okay, this is one of the bedroom closets.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be left-hand side or the middle one.
So you're saying it would be either the left-hand one
or the middle.
Or the middle, okay.
Mm-hmm. But actually,
the
right there,
one.
I was gonna put that piece in the center like he wanted, like on the left-hand side there. Just modify, make them smaller. 2 of them was gonna be smaller. I messed up there, and the bottom one was gonna be big like that.
Okay, so what you're saying is this cabinet, at least, you messed up on. Okay, so the cabinet was not ready, like you said. It was not fully designed.
It was gonna be modified at his house, like I told him, and I talked to him like a lot of times about it.
But in your response, in your answer today, what you say is that you told him they were ready, they just needed to be painted.
They were ready to install.
Okay, but if you were going to have to cut out parts that weren't done properly, they weren't really ready to install, were they? You say they were?
Yeah.
All right, page 5. That one looks identical, right?
Yeah, that was I'm telling you, the piece I was going to put the centerpiece for the door boxes.
So this was going to be the centerpiece, is what you're telling us. Was this one needing some change too, because it wasn't quite right?
The middle piece and the 2 door boxes. That's it.
All right. Which piece is that?
That's the last one, the right-hand side.
The one on the right-hand side. If we hold it this way, this doesn't look like the drawing. It's missing a lot of the shelves. It has some of the shelves, but not all of them.
The shelves weren't ready yet. The carcass was ready.
The outside was ready.
Yeah, the actual carcass, the actual box. That's what that is.
Okay. Can you understand, just as we're sitting here today, why Mr. Kaiser didn't really think that these were his cabinets?
Yeah, I could, but he knew it. We talked about it.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But you can understand why when he first saw the photograph, he might have thought that these weren't my cabinets.
Yeah.
Okay. And then these are what?
Laundry. The upper one that's there on top of the base one, that's the base for the bottom one, right-hand side. And the other one's the upper one, and the other one's the left-hand side, just like that.
Because the washer and dryer was what was going to go on the floor. So you're saying that this thing on the left
was going to go.
would have gone up above, okay,
Yeah.
and it still needed doors, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, Mr. Kaiser, your claim is that what happened was when you reached out to Mr. Mendoza and he sent you one of the photographs we just looked at, you said in your complaint, I knew immediately that wasn't my cabinet.
Well,
right?
I designed the cabinets. I worked on the measurements, the technical drawings, which I provided to Jose, and I only saw the one photograph that he sent. I didn't see all these other photographs. So the minute I saw that, I was like, well, I was kind of suspicious that that was my cabinet because it doesn't look anything like my drawings.
So what we have are a number of text messages going back and forth between the two of you, which you provided us with. And when you asked Mr. Mendoza to provide you with a photograph, if you knew immediately these weren't your cabinets, why didn't you say, those aren't my cabinets?
Well, for the moment, I asked him a couple of questions after that. We didn't speak further, only other than on text. I had a suspicion that that was not my cabinet. And I'm assuming, and I'm hoping, because I've been talking to him for a month at that point about the doors on the bedroom closets, because it's set into a recess.
Yes.
There's a sequence of 3 folding doors. And in order to build the cabinets that are behind that, you need to know what the width of the doors, what the doors look like.
And how they're going to open.
And how they're going to move, yes.
Yes.
So that you can provide enough space in front of the cabinets so that you then know how big the cabinets need to be. So then I questioned him about that.
But what I'm saying is, you didn't immediately say to him, those aren't my cabinets. You said, okay, thank you, I'll let you know, and then you start asking some questions.
Well, to be honest, I looked at the picture. It's a small picture on a phone.
Yeah.
And then when I had some time to review it.
And that's when you kind of said, when I really looked at it,
Yeah.
okay. You're raising your hand, Mr. Mendoza. What do you want to say?
When we talked about the project at the beginning, I told them exactly what was going to happen with the doors. I told them once we install the cabinets, then I'm going to know exactly what kind of doors I have, because I left the gap for the track. And then all of a sudden, he started with all this nonsense. That's why I didn't went to his house.